Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. Mike the Muppet Modeler here, and before we get going I'd like to say a massive thank you to all my subscribers, new and existing. Without you guys this channel wouldn't be worth doing. I wouldn't be enjoying it, and I wouldn't get the interactions with all you people out there, so thank you very much for that. Please keep subscribing, keep hitting the like button, and keep on leaving the comments, because I really do enjoy reading them and I do reply to all, so thank you very much anyway. Now, as you can see, we've got the lower hull of the Panther, and we're going to be weathering it up. I am aiming for a dry, dusty, earthy type look, so but this is what I'm going to be using first. Vallejo acrylic thick mud. Basically you just apply it straight from the bottle with a brush. Once you can get it open, I've used this quite a bit, and if you can see the sort of consistency that's in there. I did add some water just to moisten it up a little bit the other day when I did the other side. Just softens it up, and then all you do, just brush it on where you want it. You don't have to worry about how it is or how it looks or anything at this point, because we'll be blending it in a bit with two other types. I will be doing the tracks as dusty, hopefully, so this will should tie in nicely. And also I've had a couple of comments asking what project I'll be doing next after this one. And I'm thinking I'm going to do the bloody 100th B-17 will be Rosie's Riveters, as suggested by a very good friend of mine, for one to do. A very famous B-17 from World War II. I've sort of, in my mind, I've sort of broken this down into like three areas, if you like. You've got the lower part here, which I'm doing in this colour and this material. Then we've got the next, and then there will be the final piece to the jigsaw, if you like. And bear in mind that a lot of this won't be seen anyway, because once the wheels go on, that'll be that. I think that's given me a nice look. Just put it here, lid back on. Or as much of it as I can. And again, that's Vallejo acrylic thick mud, or European mud, 26.807. What's that? And next one, I'm going for Vallejo's Earth Texture Brown Earth, which is a bit of an orangey colour. Clean off my brush a bit. And then, as you can see, this is like a, just the same, bit like a paste, really. So you just get some on there and stipple it on with your brush, and mix it in. I just remembered that I've forgotten quite an important part as well to the last section that I was doing. Let's mix that in there and there. I'm going to go back to the thick mud again. Because what I want to do is put some along the upper portion of the tank. Paint it along. Don't want to be in nice, clean, dark yellow colour, if you know what I mean. And this will also give, because of the thickness of it and the texture, it'll give it little hanging bits which will look quite authentic. As well. And bits of tufts of grass and whatnot in it. Just hoping that doing this, it doesn't allow the rest of it to go solid too quickly, because I've got some blending to do. But just use a bit of water and that'll sort that out anyway. And there we go with that. Well then, all I'm going to do is just put some, just got some water on the brush, so just sort of mixing it in, mixing it around. And the brown, the upper part of the brown tends to take over a bit, and just stippling it in. Get it in all the nooks and the crannies. You can see how good that's looking. So that's those two. And then the last one I'm going to add is desert sand, earth texture desert sand, because it just give it that dusty look that I want. This again, just like a yellow paste. I'm going all along the top with this. It looks quite bright when it goes on, but again, when you bear in mind it's going to be mixed in and blended in a minute. And trust me, I'm no professional with this sort of thing, but if I can get it to how I want it, or how I envisage it, or like the look of it, then that's good enough for me. So that's that, and then again, just clean the brush off a little bit and put some water on it. Just blend it in with the other two. And you get more of a dirty, creamy, less stark and the water tends to run down and mix it itself as well, which is nice. And with this it'll give nice colours. And then also once it's on there, you can also take some away if you think it's too much in some areas. You sort of make some patches. Like this. You just stipple it in again. And there we go. Then we let that dry, let it go off, let it go. It will go quite hard, but what I can do in the meantime is get the wheels on. Look on the back, just like so. Then, if I remember right, put those on. Just loosely for the moment, obviously, because I need to get others in. Oh no, I broke it. Shouldn't have pushed that on really, because this one needs to go in. I'll take that back off again. It's not easy when you've got a camera in the way. Oh yeah, there's the old. Is that going to be right? Yeah, it is. It is right. It's just fiddly. to do is just push them all on. Bugger, what have I just knocked off there? Better. Sorry guys if my arms or whatever are in the way. I've just got to try and get all these wheels on properly. You have to push right in. There we go. Done. That's alright, nothing major. Right, so the wheels are then on, and I just need to find the parts and get these glued into place. That's run the wrong way. Oh, I've got to turn this wheel round, so to save you the embarrassment of hearing me shouting and screaming, I'm going to pause you now, turn that one round and find the parts out for keeping the wheels in place. So I'll see you in a moment. Right then guys, what I'm going to do is I've got these little rings and they go on the interior part of the wheel. They just sit in there to allow the wheels to turn. Just place all those in there on the end of the suspension arm. Then we have these parts that have got bits of sprue in the middle, but they're not really going to make any difference. I'm just going to take them out as much as I can. Just to avoid any complications. Then all I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit of super glue, a couple of little blobs just on there, and then push into place. And leave to fix. and these should then adhere to the pieces I've just put in and not stick it in place, so that the wheels will be able to turn. But if they don't, it's not an issue, it's not a problem, because it's a static model anyway. So oops. I'm using super glue because, like I say, it is a static model, so if I decide to put it into a show or anything with moving it around, I don't want anything falling off, especially the wheels. Be a bit of a hassle. To say the least. And this one, it's in there. That part there of the drive sprocket. Couple of dabs on there. And on goes the cover. And a little snap. And that, guys, is how I weathered the underside. Now I still have to do a bit on the back and a bit on the front, but it will be the same process, so I won't bore you with that. Then I think that pretty much will be the lower hull completed, bar the tracks and a little bit more weathering in there. So I will say thank you very, very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed my, it's not a how-to, because different people do things different ways, but it's just showing you how I done it, because I did the other side without filming. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. Hope you might have got something out of it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.